Jessica Marie. Jessica.
There you are, you stupid bitch. I've been calling your name all goddamn day. Where you been?
I was at work, Mom.
You were at work? Bullshit. At work? Don't give me that shit. I know where you were. I know exactly where you were. You're out that McDonald's parking lot, that Justin, weren't you, you little slut?
Justin's a nice guy.
You know he might kiss you and pamper you and buy you things, but there's nothing more permanent than a mother's love, you stupid bitch.
Don't say that to me.
Don't you fucking talk to me that way, you little slut. Forget who you're talking to.
Mama, you call me a bitch like 100 times a day. Stop.
I can't believe you treat me this way. I'm your mother. I love you.
Mama, I got some really good news from the universe.
Hush up, my shows are coming on.
And now, coming to you live from the offices of 5th and Main, it's the Monkey Brains Network.
Viewer discretion is advised.
We now return to Unsolved Crimes. Murder, confusion, and stupidity. These are the words to describe the case of Justin and Rachel Walski. 6:30 p.m. Rachel Walski comes home to find her husband dead. Scared and confused, in a panic she runs to the kitchen, where the phone is hanging on the receiver. She picks it up and dials the number to a Pizza Hut and orders a large, thin crust, supreme. They put her order in. She says, "Thank you," then hangs up the phone, leaves the kitchen. She then goes back into the living room where she rediscovers her husband, dead on the floor. In a complete moment of panic, she runs into the kitchen, picks up the phone, and calls the number for her friend Caroline. They talk about work, complain about friends. Caroline asks when her and Justin are coming over again. She makes up some excuse like, "Oh, I've been so busy lately, it's been hard to get away." Then suddenly, the doorbell rings. Then at approximately 6:31, Rachel Walski leaves the kitchen and approaches the door. She receives her pizza without a tip. She goes into the living room and rediscovers her husband is still dead. Feeling a cold, uneasy presence, she turns around to find the perpetrator. In a state of shock and panic, she asks, "You want a slice of pizza?" To which the perpetrator responded, "No thanks. I'm partial to Domino's." "Okay," Caroline responded, then moved into the kitchen, picked up the phone again. When they asked what kind of topping she would like, Caroline panicked. She then leaned out of the kitchen and asked, "What do you want on it?" To which he replied, "Pepperoni." After they ate the pizza, they sat on the couch and argued about politics. The perpetrator then gets up and leaves, Caroline still shouting at him. Alone and exhausted, Caroline finally remembers her husband is dead. Coming to her senses, she gets off the couch, runs into the kitchen, and in a terrified panic, dials 911. But by the time the operator answered, she couldn't remember why she called in the first place. Rachel could never figure out how to dial 911. Justin's body laid there for 30 days. The smell got so bad she had to hire a maid to come and clean it up. The police concluded that he had been stabbed in the back 30 times, ruling it a suicide. If you have any information on the whereabouts of the perpetrator, this is a police composite sketch. Call us at 555 Unsolved. We'll return after these messages.
You're in control of your own life. No one tells you what to do. And what's the first thing a strong, independent woman needs? A good razor. We know what you're thinking. It's not pink, is it? Don't worry. It's purple.
Close enough.
Whether you're a scientist, activist, or a single mom,
You can't possibly be all three.
your body is your business. And Swan's lipstick will empower you to take up space. But maybe you're not a lipstick gal. Browse our massive line of products that will have you thinking, do I need to change that too?
What the is elbow cream?
You're sick of apologizing for your body, your face, your opinions. And what's the best way to say the patriarchy? Buy our body wash. It's still white and smells like flowers, but it says #BossBabe on the back.
And it's overpriced.
No two women are the same. Your diversity is what makes you beautiful. And that's why Swan is for women of all shapes and sizes.
But we make sure the ones in our ads are still conventionally attractive.
The future is female, and they use Swan.
Welcome to Off to the Rushes, the show where we discuss filmmakers and the ups and downs of their careers thus far. I'm your host, Gene Shalit, and this is Off to the Rushes.
The 1970s. It was a decade where director was king. It brought us the masters like Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola with films like The Taxi Driver and The Godfather. But there was another genre that was overlooked. It was sexy and vulgar at the same time. It was sensational, but a little nasty at times. Pornography. Rocco Salvador was one of the great kings of pornography. Some would even call him a conqueror, like that of Alexander the Great or Napoleon Bonaparte. In fact, in 1986, he had a very low-budget film by the name of Napoleon Boner Part 1. But who can forget Rocco's 1976 classic, Who's That Shagging at My Door, or Banging Next Door to Alice?
You know, a lot of people, they get off on things like drugs, you know, uppers, downers, marijuana. I get off on greatest drug of all, and that's sex. It's an upper and a downer, you know.
Yes, the 1970s was the golden age for Rocco Salvador. He won 3 Adult Film Awards, 1 Woody, and 7 Golden Boner Awards. His earlier films were masterpieces of the genre, sensational with just the right amount of anal. Then came the 1980s, where every picture seemed to be a B-movie that was a parody of some kind of Macho Man Arnold Schwarzenegger film. And the actors, they were just And I don't know about you, but I like a little bit of lovemaking to my porn. Now, the early 2000s kinda seemed like a resurgence for Rocco Salvador when he made the porn parody The Raw Shaft Vindication, a gay porno. He was getting more progressive. Then his career seemed to bottom out when he started doing free internet porn. The movie that really seemed to do it in for him was My Stepsister with My Stepfather. So the question still stands. Was it Rocco Salvador himself that ruined his career? Or was he just trying to give the people what they wanted? Something to jerk off to. Overall, Rocco Salvador's career as of late has left me completely flaccid. I'm Gene Shalit. Thanks for stopping by, folks!
One of our reporters walks around with a professional and acts like they're a journalist. Tonight at 5. News Channel 5. Something to have on while you cook dinner.
Somewhere in the deep, dark depths of no man's land, there's a hotel that always has an open vacancy where ghouls and ghosts go to play, where they haunt every day. Hotel Humphrey, come and stay.
Boo! Oh, thanks for coming back to Humphrey's Hotel. Oh, I'm Humphrey, your horrible host, and this is my friend, Francis. Yeah, we're glad to be back anywhere right now because we're facing this horrible, scary corporate thing called budget cuts. It's all right. Yeah, we'll face it somehow. Hopefully we'll keep coming back with lots of fun for you. Well, tonight we're going to see this wonderful film called The Rainy Day by this wonderful, unusual director named Leopold Lefevre. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ooh. So grab a friend, grab a snack, and come on back for more Humphrey's Hotel. It's just the way things are. Yeah, well, Mr. Big Shot, you're not so big no more, are you? We're treating everybody the same. Yeah, well, what about a mortgage? My mortgage. I got my yacht to pay for. Wasn't that scary? Oh, yeah. I remember the first 3 or 4 times I watched it, I thought it was thrilling. Well, if you like that, we got something else I want you to see. Humphrey went into the vault and dusted off this oldie but goodie. It's called Blah. That's right. By the same director. And you're going to love this one because it's featuring an actor by the name of Watch and be horrified. Oh, hey, yeah, how's it going, Humphrey here? Seems, Steve from the corporate office, brought me by a copy of my contract. He says that he's, enacting a clause that's down in the middle here, something about habeas hydroxis, something about the ratings being really lousy. They're shutting down the show, closing us down. Well, Francis, this is goodbye. Oh, no. I'm afraid so. they're gonna take our stuff away. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was mine, and hey, I got that in St. Louis. That was. Yeah, there's a lesson to be learned here, kids. You never know when you think all is well. There's always going to be somebody that decides that. Hey, it took me a while to refine those. No, swag it, Fred. Hey, wait, that's my grandmother. Boy, Steve. No. Sorry. Well, anyway, this is good.
Hand me that.
Good. This is goodbye, folks. Oh no, say for that. Stay in school, do all the good stuff, and Francis! Whatever. Maybe I'll find. Hey, if you see a fast food restaurant with a guy with a hump on his back, say hi. It might be me. Oh well. It's been fun, guys. Hey, is anybody heading toward my house? I could use a lift. I don't.
Hi, I'm Joey Gigliani of the Gigliani family. You might know my father, Joey Gigliani. Let me ask you a question. Are you tired of all these Goombas messing up the disposal of your bodies? Well, look no further. Call us at our home office in Chicago, 555 Cleanup Guys.
There was a situation over in the marsh area where I needed a couple of bodies to disappear. You know, my two usual cleanup guys called in sick that day, so I had to call the cleanup guys. I'm very happy with their service.
Don't worry, we don't just help wise guys. Are you an Ivy League student who caught himself on the wrong end of a knife on a good night with a prostitute? We got you there too, kid.
No trace, no problems.
Call us today.
Prefer a payphone or a burner phone?
We show an 8-hour interview and then condense it down to just one sentence. Tonight at 5. Channel 5, unbiased news with a judgmental aftertaste. Loncheco Estagogo. Talk show with host Vladimir Leach.
Nosvatonia. Posite de secreto to sete. Krontere toitbo. Pro suntra keke. Grote sedere autobo. Pro schoflachtig de Alfred de White Apple. Sobre kepe sete sabo. Rontot kepe sete sese?
Yes, film. I have this fantastic mustache, you see, because I'm playing a colonel in the Russian military during the Second World War. So that's the film we just wrapped, and I'm looking forward to its release.
Yes. So Struski pepe filmos to go for some. Da. So, Brotutski, zonta de Brusutum a Kiel Rusupotose in Broska.
I'm sorry, what?
So you, tot grootste is de flame, also bro, koto se da. Teto se protuke.
Oh, was I actually in combat? Or simulated combat? Or
As course about sinte.
actually in the field doing the stunts? Was I doing the stunts?
Kit da.
Yes, stunts.
Da.
Yes, I would say about 50%. 50% of the stunts were me, because I believe that as you're watching. Yes, as I was saying, as you're watching the film, film goers would like to actually see the person who is being portrayed actually doing the stunts. So,
Tostonte. Trots zit ik precies. Le Ryan de Pute. Das Put. Le Fute. Ik ken al rond switch dit zitten. Zo front de kapotste de sissie zo rondom tot de si. Kopra dat bruskite se prata te keta to super. Ora zit zit. Kantor pasa zit. Ai, skada bruskite. Urmalo sopro stočtaj. Korona, Osso bros. Bros. Bronze tigeranto rozzero kerarera. Sì. Sì, si è baccato. Ah! So bruto se secreti. Ata.
Yes. All right. Yes. Very good.
What's that?
Yes. Well, I had this done in a tailor over in South London. Had it made for me, and no, nothing.
Oh, this is duro.
Did I have a love scene?
Amore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love scene. Yes. Love scene. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes.
Good.
I would say yes. There is a romance in the film. There's not nothing too graphic. We want it to be for most audiences. I'm sorry. No. Yes. Oh no, it's consensual. Yes. I'm sorry. Was that your question? Or? Yes.
Desi ini kerasa? Toce. Ono så större sig. Tonta que se la om do burs no do fuskike. Don stote brekite. Som pata. Fono. Get also. Rotso.
Yes.
Brusite. Tonto te sikete det are besto Whitechapel. Proto do sikitem bronte sente kaffe.
That is end of show. Now commercial.
This just in. A nuclear bomb has struck downtown. Tonight at 5.
News Channel 5. Our insurance probably won't cover this. We now return to The People's Gospel with Reverend Pastor Jim Cochran. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Pastor Jim Cochran. Is this working? Wow. Wow. Look at all you beautiful people. You beautiful people of God. You know, seeing 25,000 people in a football stadium. Here to just see me talk about my God, our God that we love so much. Makes me feel loved. But boy, I gotta tell you, I didn't feel loved this week. As you've all pretty much have noticed, Sister Judy is not with us in the congregation any longer. No, Sister Judy has been touched by the devil, and the devil calls himself Jerry. Jerry the pool boy. So, with that being said, Sister Judy
is filing for a divorce. Oh! But it's okay. It's all right. Hey. The Lord does see himself in flawed people. Do not fall into despair. Sister Judy is still a wonderful woman of God. She has just taken a very dark path. And over $200,000 of our joint account. There are going to be things that I will miss about Sister Judy. Like I know everybody that watches this program is going to miss the NRA bake-offs. I know I'm going to miss them. I'd get real cool presents from the president of the NRA, man, you know? Like he'd come in and he'd give me a gold-plated 1911 Colt 45. We'd go out back there and we'd shoot, pictures of Bernie Sanders and any Protestants walked on our lawn and Jews, There was this one day I was sitting on my Coco Bolo desk, Got that nice, clean-looking walnut finish, Got my UT mug right there. And suddenly I felt this presence. I was sitting there writing my sermons. God had come down from the heavens, and he had reached his hand all the way down onto my walnut finish and placed an alimony agreement right there on my desk. Yeah, she's getting half the house. That's right, half the house. She wants the Rolls Royce. She wants the flat screen TV. She wants all that furniture that my mother gave her. But I tell you what she can't have. You want to know what she can't have? She absolutely will not, without a doubt, get all of my complete seasons of Friends, Judy. That's right. Those are mine, Judy. All of those. So you just leave them right there in the cabinet, Judy. You just leave them right there in the little DVD cabinet because those are mine, Judy. I don't care what you say. You say you need to switch to streaming and Netflix and shit like that. Well, guess what, Judy? I refuse to do that for you. Those are mine. That is the one thing you cannot take away from me. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. As you all can see, I've been going through a lot of pain. And through my suffering, this congregation is suffering. Now, I know normally in this congregation, we hand around the wicker baskets, and then you give some offerings, right? Well, today we're doing something just a little bit different, okay? I've got some large, muscular gentlemen at the end of each row, and they're going to be handing you these black duffel bags, okay? And so when we usually put in some money into the wicker baskets today, we're just going to throw them in these black duffel bags for us, all right? Here you go, sir, right there in the front row. Very good. Now I'm going to be passing around those black duffel bags all around. And I want you to put whatever you feel like you need to put in there. Whatever that means. Whatever God is telling you to put in that bag. Put whatever you feel you're being called to put in there. Whether that's $50, $100, $200. Oh, I feel the Lord coming all over me. Oh, I feel him inside me. He's telling me to send a message. He's telling me that Mrs. Johnson from Lebanon, she put in $500
Mrs. Johnson, you need, the Holy Spirit is telling me you should put $500 in that bag. Oh, Lord. Oh, it feels like indigestion. Mr. Smith from Galaxy, he's telling me that you need to put in $2,000. Go ahead and write a check for $2,000, put it in that bag for the Holy Spirit. Do it. Oh!
That was fantastic. I felt the Holy Spirit all over me. Was that good for all of you? Now, of course, only so much cash is going to fit in those bags. Only so much is going to fit in those bags, people. So let's go a little bit further. I know that a lot of you are fans of my checker jacket with the purple inlining. I will offer it to you. I'll offer it to you for $1,000. Now you're $1,000 for my jacket. Come on, people. You want this jacket? All right. $2,000 sold to the woman of God. Come on, let's go a little bit bigger. Let's go a little bit bigger, people. Come on, what else do we have? What else do we have? I know. She didn't take everything. This desk was a desk belonging to Andrew Jackson in the Hermitage. He wrote so many documents on this desk, people. So many documents. Remember when he made those engines leave this wonderful country? This is the desk he signed those documents on. That's it. Why don't we start at $150,000? $150,000. Do I hear $150,000? Up at the top, what? $250,000. Anybody want to challenge that? $250,000. $350,000? I feel so blessed. Can I get something that challenges $350,000? $350,000. $450,000. $450,000. $6 million. Sold to the man of God. This watch is worth more than your house, your little suburban house right there. It's right there. Call in right now. Call in right now at the number below if you want this watch. All right, what else do you want? This tie? I will sell you this tie. $60. $60 on this tie. That's my tie. That's free. That's almost free. $60. $60. What else you want? I bought this in New York on my trip with GD. You want this shirt? $500,000 for this fucking shirt. Take it. This is what happens, Judy. This is what happens when you push a man over the edge, Judy. This is what happens. Flower.
What a waste of my night. Jessica!
Jessica, get your ass in here. I need more cigarettes.
I'll be there in a minute, Mama.
Cancel the show, blah, blah, bad ratings. We're so terribly sorry we had to cancel your show. Blah, we want more money. Blah. Yeah, but why, yes, that was a very fine film. But it is so scary.